Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. I just knew you would make it. You've faced a truly great challenge, and you have emerged victorious. I wanted to speak with you, personally, to celebrate this incredible moment.
From the very bottom of my heart, congratulations. I saw how you dedicated yourself, hour after hour, day after day. You should be so proud, truly, deeply proud. This victory, it belongs to you and to you alone.
And because I care so much about your journey, I have to be honest with you. This feeling of relief, this wonderful sense of completion, it's a beautiful moment, but it's a temporary one. This isn't the end of your adventure. No, in fact, it's the real beginning.
To really see the path that lies ahead, we first have to understand the true nature of the victory you just won. So, let's start there.
I want you to think about the reality of that day. The line between success and failure was almost invisible. You passed, and that is something to be celebrated. But it might have been by just a handful of correct answers. And for those who didn't make it, well, their fate was also sealed by an equally small margin.
On that day, there wasn't some huge, uncrossable gap in ability between you and them. A little bit of luck, a question that just happened to be something you studied the night before, these tiny twists of fate are what separated you. The race was incredibly, incredibly close.
So if that initial gap was really so tiny, where does real, lasting skill actually come from? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple. It all happens after the results are announced.
Just think about it for a second. If you both started from almost the exact same place on test day, what is it that happens next that creates a true master of the language?
In this one moment, two different paths appear. The one who didn't pass, well, they feel the sting of disappointment, and that frustration, it becomes this powerful fuel. They promise themselves they'll be stronger, so they study, they review, they push forward with this incredible new determination. But you, the victor, you're comforted by relief, and it's so easy to think, my quest is over. I can finally rest. And in that very moment of rest, you stop moving. And right here is where this fundamental, unbreakable law of nature comes into play. A language, you see, it's like a living thing. If you don't nurture it, it starts to wither. Vocabulary you once knew by heart begins to fade. Grammar rules get a little hazy. Your ear for listening slowly gets duller. And this is true for everyone. There are no exceptions. So while the other person is relentlessly moving forward, the resting victor is, ever so slowly, drifting backward. And in a much shorter time than you can possibly imagine, that razor-thin margin you worked so hard for, it just vanishes. And then, it reverses. The person who was once just behind you now stands far, far ahead.
But wait, this is not a story of doom and gloom. No, not at all. I'm telling you this as a warning because you possess something incredibly powerful. Something you must not let go to waste.
Your success proved it. You have forged, with your own effort, a solid foundation in vocabulary, grammar, reading, and listening. This is your greatest weapon. It's a treasure that not everyone has. It's the reward for your hard-fought battle. Just think of all the work it took to build this, all of that dedication. To just stop now and let this magnificent thing you've built just crumble, it would be a tragedy. It would be an injustice to the noble effort you have already put in. You see, your success wasn't an ending. It was an initiation. You proved yourself worthy, and now you have earned the right to enter the next stage of your journey. This is the stage where you turn things you couldn't do into things you can do, and where you make the language truly your own.
But what is a night without a quest, or a ship without a star to guide it? To continue this amazing journey, you must have a destination. You have to choose your next noble goal.
This, right here, is the secret. The second you choose your next mountain to climb, your heart and your mind re-engage. Your growth, which might have paused, starts all over again. Without a goal, you'll just stand still. And those who stand still are always overtaken. So, I ask you now to choose your next noble quest. If you have conquered N3, your path leads to the challenge of N2. If you're a champion of N2, the grand peak of N1 is waiting for you. And if you have reached the summit of N1, your quest transforms into the endless, beautiful world of real, living Japanese. Please remember this. You're not on this journey alone. Those who stop to admire their victory for too long will look up and find the world has moved on without them. Let that not be your story. And that brings us to the very heart of my message for you today. Everything you've done, all that hard work, it has led you to right here.
to the true starting line.
Please don't look at your certificate as just a trophy to put on a shelf. See it for what it truly is. It's a key. It has unlocked a gate, and now you have been granted permission to walk a more difficult, yes, but a far more glorious path.
The choice before you now is simple, it's clear. If you stop now, the power you fought so hard to win will fade away, just like a dream when you wake up. But if you choose to build upon this wonderful foundation you've made, your Japanese will transform. It will become authentic, powerful, a true part of who you are.
So once again, my most heartfelt congratulations on your victory. I am so incredibly proud of you. And now I invite you to raise your gaze to the horizon. Your adventure is just getting started. From this day forward, your real challenge begins. And I just know you are going to be magnificent.